Hey guys, it's Edie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you're all doing well. And in today's video we're going to be reading some new releases that are being released in April. This video is probably going up beginning of May, I believe I want it to go up. And I have 4 books that I want to read in this video. I'm going to be filming this video over a couple of weeks because the books don't all come out at once. They come out on separate days. And there is more books I did kind of want to include in this video, but I had to like narrow it down because I was like, I can't have this vlog be like 7 books long because then it'd be a really long video, take a long time to edit, and I was like, I'll cut it down to 4. So the first book I want to read, and I'm going to start reading that today, is Fearless by Lauren Roberts, and my hardback copy is coming tomorrow, but I brought it on the Kindle because I can't wait till start reading it tomorrow. I want to start reading it today, so I've got that on my Kindle, so I'm going to start reading that one today. And then I believe the next 2 come out on the 15th of this month, which is Watch Me by Tahara Mafi, and that's like a new spin-off series of the Shatter Me. And this one follows, does it follow James? I think it does. So I'm really excited to see that. I'm excited to see all the Shatter Me characters again, and I just love that world so much because it's a fantasy series that got me into reading fantasy. And then the other book that's coming out on the same day is Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage, and that is the 4th book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series, and that book is following Dusty and... who is it? Dusty and Cam? Is that who it's following? I think. I might be completely wrong, but I know it's definitely following Dusty, I think. And I'm excited about that, but then kind of bittersweet at the same end because it's the final book in that series. And I've loved that series so much because the first book in it I gave 4.5, the second book in it I gave 4.5, the third book I gave 5 stars. So it's a very loved series by me. And the last book I'm going to be reading in this reading vlog might be one of my top anticipated romance releases of this year. It is King of Envy by Anna Huang. If you know me, you know absolutely how much I love her. Like, I have multiple copies of most of her books because I love them so much. And I've been like counting down the days because it was meant to be released in March, I think it was, but then it got pushed back, so I was quite sad about that. But it's now finally the month it's going to be released, which is kind of crazy. And I believe this book is getting released on the 29th of this month. And I really need to get that read on the 29th and the 30th because on the 1st of May I'm going to Spain to see my grandparents for like 4 days, and I don't really want to be taking my camera and filming and recording video while I'm there. I just wanted to be there and spend time with them. So I should be able to read it in those 2 days because I've got those 2 days off work. But that is the plan, hopefully. So I've got Fearless on my Kindle here. I'm kind of nervous because Lauren Roberts put something on her social media saying one lie, 5 truths of what happens in Fearless. One of them was that Kit dies. No, not Kit, Kai dies. And I was like, Kai can't die. Neither happily ever after. But I'm like, the other ones, I don't know which could be the lie. But I'm kind of scared of how this book is going to end, if it's not going to be like a happy ending, because I think she might have said somewhere it's a bittersweet ending or something like that. So I'm a bit like, oh, does he? But then I feel like she wouldn't say something like that unless it's not true, because that is such a kind of major spoiler. But then I was also thinking maybe he does die but then also come back to life. That's the kind of other little theory I have. Also, this video is going to be like spoiler free, so I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to say anything about the books that are going to give things away because I don't like that. And then you can, if you haven't read these books, you can watch the whole video and you won't be spoiled. And then you can see if I like these books and see if you all like them as well, and then you can read them if you want to. So this is going to have no spoilers in it, so don't worry about being spoiled by things. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start reading Fearless. I do have work today, but I don't start till like 3:30, but I'm going to leave like at 1:30 because even though it only takes me like 40 minutes to get there, it's going to be a lot more traffic this time of day, and I go on the motorway to get there, and if something's wrong with the motorway it can easily take me over an hour and a half to get to work in the other direction. So I always like to give myself time, and then when I get there I can sit in my car and read my book for a bit and relax after the journey before I have to go in and work. So this is the plan. I'm going to start reading this, and I'm kind of scared to start reading it. I don't know why. But I just need to start reading it, and I'm probably just going to come back to you guys once I have my first like initial thoughts I don't think I'm going to be able to do a summary of this book because it's the third book in the trilogy, so it's the last book. So I might not be able to do that, but I can maybe sum it up a bit. I don't know, I'm just going to have to wait and see. So it's now the next day and I am almost halfway through the book, and my physical copy has arrived, and I feel like we just need to take time to appreciate how pretty it is and wait till we see the hardcover of this book. Just look at the foiling on it. It is a beautiful, like, I'm in love with it. And then it's got this reversible dust jacket on the standard edition as well, which is beautiful. And I'm kind of scared for that because of the scene that's maybe on it, because I kind of have a theory about that scene, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want to spoil it, because it will spoil something that's happened so far in this book. I am still reading it on my Kindle, but I have marked where I am in the physical book, which is on chapter 33, which is page just over 250. And I really liked the first 10%. I was eating it up. The next like 20-30%, I was a bit like, oh, okay. It was alright. Didn't hate it, but I didn't love it like the first like 10%. But the last like 10% I've just read, like 40% to almost 50%, I've loved it. The thing that like almost happened, I was shocked. This is good so far. I'm kind of scared about what could happen, and my little theory with like Kai and like Lauren Roberts said the truths and lies, and about one of them could be Kai dying. I kind of have a theory for that. I'm not going to say because I don't want to spoil it, like I said, but I have a theory and I'm scared, but hopefully it'll happy ending, but I don't think it's going to be a happy ending. That's what I'm kind of worried about. I was going to say something else, but now I've kind of forgotten what I was going to say. I remember what I was going to say now. Like, the setup of this book and the storyline is kind of similar to Powerless. What kind of happened throughout that, in a sense. It's very different, but it's similar in a way, if that makes sense. I don't know if that does. Like I said, I am enjoying it. Am I enjoying it as much as the other two books? I don't really know yet. I feel like I need to finish reading the rest to see how I truly feel, but it's alright. I don't think it's my favourite so far, but I feel like with whatever happens in this last 50%, I feel like it could be my favourite depending on what happens and how emotional it makes me feel. So it is almost 9 o'clock, so I'm probably going to read for another like hour or two, and then I'm going to go to bed, and then I'm hopefully going to carry on reading it tomorrow. Hopefully I can finish it tomorrow. I'm not sure. I probably won't, but I'd like to. So I can't remember what I was just saying because my camera light just died, so I had to charge it for a couple minutes. So I have no clue what I was saying, but I was actually just scrolling on TikTok now while it's charging, and I saw someone like posted pictures of how they, like, of them crying reading some of the chapters. I think it was chapter 48 and 49, so I feel like I've got to record my reaction to 48 and 49, because if she was like sobbing, I feel like I need to see if I'm gonna sob, because I feel like I am. I can't even remember what I was gonna say. I really don't know. It's really annoying me. I have such bad like short memory term loss thing. I don't even know what you call it. But anyway, I'm gonna carry on reading this for a couple more hours. I'm gonna go to bed, wake up tomorrow, hopefully finish it, probably not. But the next clips you might see are probably me reacting to reading some of the last chapters, or chapter 48, 49 in the book. I might even just put it on the screen when I'm doing a time lapse of me reacting to the chapters. I don't know, but I'll probably just come back with a final update and a final star rating once I finish this book, which is kind of scary because I don't want to finish it. I don't want this to be over. Finished Fearless, and my thoughts and feelings are still the same as I was when I done my halfway through check-in, and you might have seen the clips I filmed of chapters, I believe 46 to 49 I want to say. That bit took me on an emotional roller coaster. One minute I was like happy, then I was sad, then I was kicking and giggling with my feet, all the space of a couple of chapters. So that bit was a bit of an emotional roller coaster, and I did like this book. I just feel like some bits were a bit dragged out, and I still have questions after the, not after the ending, but like after things happened to certain characters and certain characters made certain decisions throughout this book. I'm like, why did you do this? Why did you let these two characters do this? Like, I have questions, okay? I don't know if I really liked it as much as the first and second book. I don't think I really did. I feel like it might be sitting at 3.75 stars because the ending was nice and good, but I don't know, I was expecting more from the ending. Like, I enjoyed and I was happy with how it ended, but I wanted more. I don't know what I wanted more, but I just wanted more. And like I said, there's so many unanswered questions for me. Maybe I'll get that in the novella, because I'm thinking, what could this novella be? But I'm thinking maybe it's from maybe Kit's point of view throughout this book, quite similar to what Powerless and Powerful are. They're like different point of view from a similar sort of time frame. So I'm hoping maybe that's what this is, because I do have a few questions around Kit and his character and why he done certain things in this book. But I think I am going to give this 3.75, because it's not that I didn't like it. I did like it. I love the characters, I love the whole setting, I really did like the plot, but it, to me, is a bit too long. There's things that could have been cut down. The romance, it was there, but it didn't have me like giggling and kicking my feet like I did at the previous two books. It hit different for me. I think it's a 3.75 for this book. I was like kind of hoping it would be like a maybe 5 stars or at least a 4 stars, but it just quite isn't giving the 4-star feeling for me. So that is it for Fearless by Lauren Roberts. The next book I'm going to pick up, I don't know, because the next 2 releases that I want to read both come out on the same day. So I don't know which one I'm going to pick up first. I feel like it might be Watch Me by Tara Maffey, because the works are doing an exclusive edition and maybe I might go get it that morning and start reading it. I don't know, I'm just going to have to wait and see, but the next clips will probably be me picking up the next book that I'm going to be reading. It's currently the 12th of April, and one of the books that's meant to be released on the 15th of April has already arrived. I'm so excited. It is Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage. I pre-ordered this off Waterstones and I can't believe they sent it out early. I assume they sent other people's out early. It's like 2 or 3 days before release day and I've got it. Wow, it's crazy, but I'm really excited. All I know, this follows Cam and Dusty, and I believe it's some sort of like second chance romance. That's what I believe. And can we just take a look at this style of the cover? I absolutely love. And look at them. Oh, I absolutely love this. I'm so sad because this is the last book in this series, Rebel Blue Ranch series, and it's going to be over after this. And that's quite upsetting to me because I've really liked each book in this series. I've given each one at least a 4.5 or above, so I really enjoy this series. They're really like short and sweet as well. They're not too long, which I really enjoy as well. I also think they might have had like some sort of history with each other when they were younger, but I don't really know. That's all I kind of really know about the book. So I just want to start reading it and just start getting into it because I'm just so excited. I'm just going to devour this book. I have a feeling I'm going to like it. Hopefully I do like it. I have a good track record with this series and with Lila Sage. So hopefully, because the last book in this series, Lost and Lassoed, 5 stars, phenomenal. Don't know how it's going to top that one, but we'll wait and see. I'm probably like halfway through this book right now and I am absolutely loving it. And this book follows Dusty and Cam has just been like left at the altar, and when I read that it kind of reminded me because the epilogue in the previous book, Lost and Lassoed, it had like Cam at the wedding and her being left at the altar. Well, she got a note from her soon-to-be husband, fiance guy, that he couldn't do it. So he kind of just bailed on her and left her there at the wedding. She doesn't want to see anyone, so she goes to the local bar and she's sitting there drinking some sort of like spirit, just straight up, and she's like just chugging it. And some of her, like the 3 other MMCs from the first 3 books in the series come in and check on her, and she sees them, comes in, and she bolts it to the bathroom. She's like, no, can't be here, don't want to speak to anyone really. Who also happens to be in the bar is Dusty, and Dusty and Cam have this history. They dated when they were like in high school, when they were teenagers, and they really did care for each other, and they somehow broke up. Don't know why they've broken up, still haven't found out, but they've got a past, they've got history with each other. And Dusty was like, no, everyone needs to leave, she's not going to come out when everyone's here, she doesn't want people to see her like it. So everyone leaves, he managed to get her out, and they go on this little like trip away for like a couple hours just to get away from everything. But since now not having anywhere to live, Cam has got to find a place. She finds her dream house, and she's like, I need to move here. She needs to just get her own place so her and her daughter can have a bit of normality to their life again after her world has kind of just been turned upside down. And there is something else to that, moving into this house. I'm not going to say what because I don't want to spoil it for you. It's not a major spoiler because it's on the back of the book, but I want to leave that a bit of a mystery if you want to go into it blind. But you can probably tell what happens, maybe, I don't know. And that is basically it for like a summary of this book. Like I said, I'm really liking this. They have this like undeniable chemistry and spark between them. I don't know what it is, they just click together, and they haven't really done much romantic with each other yet, but the romance, the tension, everything about this book is amazing. And like, he's remembering all the things about her from when they dated as teenagers. Something recently got revealed to Cam that Dusty had been doing. They're many years apart from each other, and it's so sweet, it's so cute, and kind of like sad at the same time because he was doing it while they were like they haven't really had much contact with each other either over these like past years as well. So the fact he was doing this, oh, it was so cute. It kind of breaks my heart because it's kind of sad but then kind of sweet at the same time. Also, you're getting like flashbacks in this book, so you're getting flashbacks to when they dated in high school and how their relationship started and things that went on during their relationship. And those flashbacks, I am loving them. They are like some of the sweetest things. The moment when they had their first kiss, how that happened was just so adorable, and I'm absolutely loving reading this. Is this a 5 stars yet? I don't think it is. I can see the potential it might. I have to see the romance a bit more to decide, I feel like. But I feel like it has the potential to be a 5 stars, but it's not 5 stars yet. I might be saying this and I might bring the rating down, but I'm just having the absolute time of my life while reading this. It's so nice getting to see all the other characters from the past previous books, how they're all happily together. And there's been one scene where they go to the Rebel Blue Ranch, and they have this like family like dinner, and oh, it's just so cute. And like the family in this is everything to me, and the characters I just absolutely love. And thinking about it again, it's making me sad being this is the last book in the series. Dusty had made something for Cam for Christmas, and it was just the most thoughtful and sweetest thing. Riley, which is Gus and Cam's daughter, made something for Dusty for Christmas, and it was just so cute. And she's such like a sweet and funny little child in this book, and I absolutely love what she brings to this book, because she is in this book but I don't feel like it's a prominent thing. Like, she's like technically a single mum, but she has like a co-parent. But you get a lot of books that have like a single parent, and them being the single parent is like a main focus of it. But I feel like this isn't, because they have such a strong family unit for the child. It's not one of the main focuses or main tropes. I'd say it's more of a side trope. That is everything I have to say right now. I'm now just going to come back to you guys once I have finished this book, which I am kind of hoping maybe I could finish it tonight, because the one thing I will say about this series, they're such quick and easy reads, and I always find I fly through them, because the last book, Lost and Lassoed, I actually read in a bookshelf scavenger hunt, so I'll put that up on the screen somewhere, so if you want to watch it you can watch it. And I literally read that book in a day, and I feel like the other two I at least read in a day or a day and a half, because they're not much over 300 pages. I think this is the biggest book out of the series, and this is 345 pages, but I'm just finding myself flying through this, so I feel like I could finish this by the end of the day. I'm hoping so, but I don't know, I'll just have to wait and see. I've now finished Wild and Wrangle by Lila Sage, and I absolutely loved it. Like I said before, I feel exactly the same how I did during my like halfway through check-in. I don't think I was wording it quite right when I was talking about it earlier about Cam's daughter. She is in the story, because I was saying it's more of a side trope, but now I read more of it, it isn't. It is still not the main focus of this book, like you sometimes get with like a single parent trope, but there is like things do happen that revolve around her daughter, and they do things with her daughter. This is literally the perfect ending to this series, and I'm just so upset that it's over now. But then at the same time, I'm excited to see what Lila does do next and to see what other books she writes. Dusty and Cam's story was just beautiful. It was written so well. I loved every minute. It was everything I expected. And like the emotional roller coaster this book took me on was just chef kiss. And it had me feeling all the emotions from literally page 1. And the man Dusty is, oh, I loved him so much, and I really adored like Cam as a character, because at the beginning she's a bit like, she does a lot of things to like please people and to make other people happy, and Dusty is like, you've got to do things to make yourself happy, and she like realises that over time, and she grows and she starts doing things that make her happy instead of things that make other people happy. And I just loved seeing that growth for her and her character development throughout that. I don't know if I said this in my halfway check-in, but you get like flashbacks of when Dusty and Cam were like the teenagers and what their relationship was like as teenagers. And I really do like that. I know some people don't like it, but I was enjoying it. I liked getting to see how their story started and what happened when they were like teenagers that broke this like relationship up. And just to see how much they have come and how much they have grown as people from that time. One thing I will say, I could kind of see the third act conflict breakup sort of thing coming from when this thing got mentioned in the book. I was like, that's going to be the problem. That was the problem. Did it annoy me? Not really, because I kind of understand why the characters done what they did and how they reacted to the things that happened. But it still wasn't my favourite. But it didn't really bring down the star rating for me, because while reading it I did love it. It just wasn't quite giving me that 5-star feeling. Like, it was just so close. Like, I don't even know what it was for me that it didn't like want me to give this a 5 stars. It just, I wasn't just feeling that, because you know when you read something, oh, that's a 5 stars, but this wasn't quite giving me that, but it was close, so it's a 4.75 I ended up giving this book. I don't know if I said when I first started recording this clip, but it is still currently the same day as I started reading this book, so it's the 12th of April, and the next book I'm definitely going to be picking up is Watch Me by Tara Maffey, so I'm very excited for that. So the next clips will probably be me when I've got that book in my hands, which is kind of crazy because I've been looking forward to this book since it's got released, because it's a spin-off series of the Shatter Me like series, and I absolutely loved that series. I think I've said this in this video before, but that series really is the one that got me into reading fantasy, and Aaron and Juliet just hold such a special place in my heart, and that whole series does, and I'm so excited to see them as they've grown older and to see all the other characters and the world, and I'm just really intrigued to see what it's going to be like, because I haven't really read the blurb. I haven't really seen much about it apart from that it's like in the same universe as Shatter Me, and I believe it might follow James, I think. Next clips you'll see might be me on the 15th of April, because I want to go to the Works and get the Works Sprayed Edge exclusive, and then I'll start reading it with that version, because I have the Waterstones exclusive also pre-ordered, but quite often Waterstones don't always ship them, so they get delivered on like release dates, usually a day or two after, which I was very surprised about why I got this one so early, but I'm not complaining. If I don't manage to get to the Works that day to go pick up a book, it'll probably be like a day or two later that I'll be picking up Watch Me. So it's now the 15th of April, and look what has arrived on release day. I'm so excited. This is the Waterstones exclusive. It's got these really pretty sprayed edges, and then look at the design on the naked hardcover. How beautiful is that? And it's the same, exactly the same on the back, and it's just got end pages that are like that. Nothing special, but I absolutely love it. I'm very excited to read this. I don't 100% know what this is about. I know it's in the same world as Shatter Me, but it's its own completely new series, I guess. But is it like Shatter Me, like the world of Shatter Me, like however many years later? Is that what it is? I think it might be. I'm just very excited to see Aaron and Juliet in this. That's what I'm looking forward to. So I'm just gonna start reading it and then I'm going to come back to you guys when I'm halfway through this book. It's a couple days later. It's currently now the 17th of April, and I read about 74 pages I think on the 15th, because then I found this new TV show that I started binge watching, and then I carried on binge watching it on the 16th yesterday, and then I got to page 100 and probably 50 I think yesterday, and then I went to bed and stopped. And I read a bit more this morning, and now I'm roughly halfway through this book, and I'm on chapter 20. This book follows James and Rosabelle. This basically takes place 10 years after the fall of the Re-establishment, and basically Rosabelle is living on Ark Island, which is the only place left for the Re-establishment, where they all fled to after the New Republic like took over and like saved everyone from the Re-establishment. Rosabelle lives on Ark Island, and she is from one of the higher, like her father is one of the higher ups that was on part of the Re-establishment, but he gave himself into the New Republic, so she's kind of just been left with her younger sister on Ark Island trying to fend for both of them. And then James is part of the New Republic, and he's managed to get to Ark Island, and he didn't tell anyone he was going. He just kind of went on a whim, because he was like, I need to show that I can do things kind of way. He went there and he met Rosabelle, and Rosabelle is being told by like the Re-establishment she needs to get information and try and get things out of James. And then she is kind of this almost assassin as well in a way, because they get her to kill people, and then she ends up going off of Ark Island with James back to the New Republic, and she basically has to get information and be like a spy as well. I hope I kind of explained that well. I don't really know. Also, I feel like if you don't read the Shatter Me series, you could probably still read this series, but maybe you might not understand the hype that people are talking about, like Aaron Warner in this, because like when if people are mentioning Aaron Warner, he's like, oh, that's the big, like the way they hype him up in this, I'm absolutely loving. I'm really liking Rosabelle's character, and James is just so good. Like in the Shatter Me series, I think he was a kid. I can't remember exactly how old he was, but I think he was probably like maybe 10 or something like that, so he's really little. So now he's like, I guess he's like 20-ish, early 20s now, so I'm absolutely loving his character. And I've gotten to the point where we get to see Aaron Warner again, and you've seen Kenji and you've seen Adam. Haven't seen Juliet in this. There's been like mentions of her. Aaron was not happy about him going, so now he's got to make himself, like make it up to Juliet. So I believe in probably a couple chapters I'm going to see Juliet again in this book. Oh, I'm so excited because I absolutely love her character. Being able to be back in this world and like seeing Aaron and Juliet and Kenji and Adam and James, and just how it's changed since like the 10 years have like gone on and things like that. I'm really loving it, and I'm really loving the dynamic between Rosabelle and James, because Rosabelle was like set to like kill him at one point, and there's just this like tension that they have, and just their like how they interact. I'm absolutely like loving it. I feel like I could have just read this in one whole sitting, but when I found this a series, it's called like Pulse on Netflix, and it's like a medical drama show, and I started watching it and I kind of couldn't stop watching it, so that kind of took priority over reading this book. But like I said, if I was just able to sit there and read it, I probably could have read this in like easily one day or one sitting, because I'm absolutely eating this up. I feel like it's probably sitting at 4 stars at the moment, because it is such a good start to a series. Well, it's kind of this, it is a new series, but it's a new series in a world that's already been established, kind of, but it's still quite different from the Shatter Me world, because the Shatter Me world was taking place during like a time where it was like a war, and the Re-establishment was in control, and there was just a lot of these like dark things, and they were just not nice people, the Re-establishment. So since the New Republic has come along, it's kind of changed that part of the world, but then you kind of also got to see it a bit while you were on Ark Island with Rosabelle and James, while they were both on that island. But now they're not, you won't get to see that part as much, but I'm still really liking it. I'm very intrigued to see what's going to happen next, because some things that have gone on, I'm like, oh, there's going to be some like another sort of like conflict between like the Reestablishment and the New Republic, and I'm intrigued, I'm excited. So I'm going to carry on reading this today. I feel like I can probably finish this today because, like I said, I'm flying through it when I am actually sitting down and reading it. So I've got nothing planned today, so I'm just going to sit here and read the book, and I'm just going to come back once I have finished. So I've now finished the book, and I am going to give it 4 stars because I did really like it. Being back in the Chatham world was everything to me, and this book did not disappoint me. I just loved every single moment of this book. I had so much fun while reading it as well, and I loved all the characters. I loved seeing all the old characters and new characters, and I really did like Rosabelle. I don't know, there's just something about her that I just really liked, and I thought she's such a fun character. And I really did like seeing James again, and the fact that he's grown to be taller than Aram. I don't know why, that just made me laugh for some reason, like, because Aram Warner's always been like, oh, he's only 5, is he 5'7", I think, something like that, because that is still quite, no, or is he 5'11", I don't know. But he's quite short for like a book boyfriend, but I don't know, just the fact that James is taller is just quite funny to me. The tension between James and Rosabelle was so good, and they don't even have any like romantic moments between each other. They don't even like tell each other they like each other or anything like that, and I really did like that because I'm really quite excited to see maybe a slow burn across like the rest of the series or something like that. I don't know, I'm just really looking forward to it, and I just really enjoyed that about it. I thought the plot was really good, I really liked it, and I do have questions after the ending of this book. I wouldn't say it's like a major cliffhanger, but it's a bit like, oh, what's going to happen next, or could this happen, could this, I don't know, but it's just a bit of like a oh moment. But it's not like major gobsmacking on the jaw on the floor like cliffhanger, but it does leave you off kind of on one. And I really need the next book because I want to find out what happens and what's going to happen like next. And the way Aaron was still as obsessed as he was with Juliet throughout the Chatham series was just so good, and I just loved that. And Juliet and Aaron in this certain situation, I'm not going to say what it is, you might have seen it if it's been like, it's probably being put over social media, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to ruin it for everyone. But they end up in this like certain situation, and I'm just so excited for them, and I'm so happy for them, and I'm really excited for the next book to see this situation go further. I'm being very vague. I don't know if you can understand from what I'm saying, hopefully you're not, because I just want you to read this book and experience it for the first time but throughout the book it doesn't get revealed straight away what's happening, but you can kind of maybe like guess, and I did guess and I was right, but I'm so excited, so happy for them. And Kenji just made me laugh so many times throughout this book. He's just such a fun character, and the friendship he has with Juliet is exactly the same as when it was in Chatham. It's just so good, so amazing, so strong, and I just love them two together. And there's this like certain thing that happens to Kenji before this book even starts. I can't remember how much before, or it's somewhere in that 10-year time frame it will be, but something happens to him and it kind of made me sad. I was like, no, Kenji, that's really sad, and my heart did kind of break for him. So those are all my thoughts, my feelings about this book. I really did like it. Oh, it's just so good, and I just need the next book now because questions, and I just want to know what's going to happen. But anyway, that is that book done now. So the next book I'll be reading is King of Envy. Oh, I'm so excited for that. Like, Anna Huang is one of my all-time favourite authors, so I'm very much looking forward to that. That comes out on the 29th, so I've still got over 10 days, like probably 12 days till it comes out, I think. So I've got to wait a bit, but you'll just see the next clips where I might have the book in my hand, or I think it comes out on Kindle Unlimited, because I don't know if the book will be delivered on release day, so if not, I'm going to start reading it on Kindle Unlimited, because as soon as it's out, I need it in my hands, and I don't know if my book will get released or get sent on release day, and I just want to read it. So I'm going to do that. So hopefully it should be on Kindle Unlimited, because the other books in the series all got put on Kindle Unlimited when they got released. So the next clips you're going to see me, and I'm going to reading King of Envy. I'm so excited. So it's now the 29th of April, and look what is on my Kindle. I don't know if you can see that, but it's King of Envy by Anna Huang, and this is just one of my probably top anticipated books of releases of the year, because Anna Huang is my favourite author. I just love her so much. She is literally the author that got me into reading, so every time she releases a new book, I get super excited for it, because this book is out on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm going to be reading it on my Kindle because I don't have a physical copy yet, because I managed to get a signed copy by Anna, and it's from, oh, who is it from? It's from an online bookstore, but it hasn't come yet today. And the time is, it's almost 11 o'clock, it hasn't come. I don't think it's going to come today. I haven't had, I don't know when it's going to come. Hopefully within the next couple of days, but I want to start reading this straight away because I'm going to Spain seeing my grandparents on the 1st of this month. So I need to get this finished and read by then, because I don't want to take my camera with me, because I just want to spend time with them. So I'm going to read this today. Hopefully get most of it read today and then some of it read tomorrow, because like I said, I'm going to see them on the 1st of May, and I need to pack and get ready because I haven't done any of that. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start reading this. I know this follows Anaya, and I can't remember her name. Anaya, and it's something like that. It begins with A, and I can never say his name. Vuk, Mavrok, I don't know, he's Serbian. That's all I remember, and I know she is meant to be marrying one of his best friends or something like that, and he also is like he's mute, he doesn't speak to anyone, because we've got like snippets of him in the first four books in this series. In some of the, but I don't think it was in every book, maybe it was just in the last book in this series. You got like snippets of him, and he doesn't speak to anyone, but I guess he kind of speaks to the, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce it yet, because I know what it is, but I can't remember how to pronounce it really without looking at the name on like a piece of paper or like in front of me on my Kindle, so I'm not going to try and pronounce it again, but I am very excited. Like, some of the little snippets I've seen of like the quotes have had me kicking and giggling my feet already, so I'm just very excited to like start reading. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start reading, and then I'm probably just going to come back to you guys once I am halfway through this book, when I have my first like initial thoughts and maybe a little star rating of what I'm feeling at the time of halfway through this book. I'm now probably coming up to halfway through this book, and I am really liking it. I believe you pronounce her name Ayana, I want to say. That's what I'm going with, that's what I've been saying in my head. But basically this follows Ayana and Vuk, and Ayana is in this like arranged marriage of convenience to this guy called Jordan, and Vuk or however you want to say it, he is one of the good friends of Jordan, and he is going to be the best man of the wedding for them, because I don't know if said, but they are like engaged, and they're in this like marriage of convenience to get married, to like help each other out with like certain things. And Vuk is down bad for Ayana. Like, the things he says, well, he doesn't say anything because he doesn't speak. He said a few words to her, but like the thing he said to her in Serbian, I translated it, and it was just, it had me kicking and giggling my feet. Like, I'm absolutely loving this. I'm having the time of my life. This is giving me everything that I wanted it to so far, and everything I expect from like books by Anna Huang. Like, it's just, I'm loving it. Is it my favourite one of her books? No, but I am liking it. I like the characters, and I like that we're getting to see all the other, not all of them, some other people from like this series and the whole like Anniverse series, because Ayana is like a model and Stella is quite often mentioned in this book, because Stella is from the Twisted series, which is one of Anna's other series, and Stella's like a designer, and because Ayana's a model, she kind of wears some of Stella's things quite a lot, so she's kind of mentioned a few times, which I'm absolutely loving. You get to see Dante, which Dante is my favourite out of the whole series, and getting to see him, and you get to see Vivian as well. Absolutely love them together, but I am really enjoying it. I say it's probably sitting at 4 stars. I feel like it might stay a 4-star book, but I'm gonna have to wait and see to see how I like the ending and things like this. But like, there's also like this underlying thing that's happening to Vuk and things that he's trying to discover that kind of relate to Dominic Davenport. That's all I'm gonna say. You're just gonna have to read this book to find out what I mean by that, but Dominic Davenport has some relation to something Vuk is, or Vuk or whatever, is happening to him. What I'm gonna do, because it's currently, I think it's just coming up to past 8 o'clock in the evening, and I'm just gonna now get in bed, get my Kindle stand and carry on reading this. I'm probably not going to finish this tonight because I think I still have probably over 4 hours left of reading. If I stay up I could do it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. But I'm just going to come back probably tomorrow. Hopefully I should be able to finish it tomorrow with my like final thoughts and like star rating on this book. So it's now the next morning. I have finished King of Envy by Anna Huang, and my thoughts, my feelings are still exactly pretty much the same as I done my halfway through check-in. I am going to give this book a 4 stars, and like I said earlier, I love the tension, I love the angst in this book, because Ayana is marrying Jordan, which is Vok's like best friend sort of thing. They've got the tension and angst, and it's just so good. And the way Vok is down bad for Ayana, it was everything. He was like, I like her so much, I've liked her for this long but I can't have her, I've watched her for this long, blah blah blah, things like that. And the storyline that's happening with the brotherhood for Vok and the modelling agency for Ayana, it's very good, very interesting. There's quite a few twists and turns in this, and I was like, oh, what's going to happen next? And it kept me wanting to read it and not stop and not put it down. And it was just so good, so intriguing. One thing I will say about the series slash site, the Anaverse, it's just, I love it so much because in each book you always kind of get snippets of like other characters, or other characters from other series gets mentioned, like Stella is mentioned and Christian is mentioned, and you actually get to see them near the end of this book. Who else is mentioned? Dante, Vivian, Javier, Sloane, Alessandra, Dominic, Kai and Isabel, all of those they're mentioned in this book, or you see them in this book, and it just makes me so happy and so excited to see them. Like when they come up on the page, when I see their name, I get so excited. I start like, it just makes me really happy to see them. I don't know what it is, I think I just have an attachment to the characters in the Anaverse. I will also say, I think I said this during my halfway through check-in, this isn't my favourite book from this series. It's probably my least favourite book, but that doesn't mean I didn't love it, because I absolutely did love it. I devoured it. It's just, I liked the other ones better. For me, they just have things I like in them more, whereas this one I didn't like as much, but I still loved it, and I would still 100% recommend this series. I would recommend any of Anna Huang's books because I just love them so much. It's something in them for me. I don't know what's in them for me, but it just makes me absolutely feral for them, and she's just one of my favourite authors, and I just love them so much. So that is it for my like thoughts, my feelings on King of Envy by Anna Huang. So now that's it for the video. This video has taken me like the whole month to film because I've been like gradually reading like the books as they come out this month. So it's been a long time since I started this video, but for you it's just be all in one video. So you just get to see my thoughts, my feelings of all the books I've read. I'm just going to go over each book I've read and what I rated them. So the first book I picked up was Fearless by Lauren Roberts, and I believe if I remember correctly I gave this a 3.75. Then I picked up Wild and Wrangle by Lila Sage, and I gave that a 4.75 stars. Then I picked up Watch Me by Tahara Raffi, and I gave that a 4 stars. And finally I picked up King of Envy by Anna Huang, and I gave that a 4 stars as well. And I still don't have a physical copy of this book yet. Kind of sad, but I did get the notification for my signed copy that it is being like prepared for a shipment, so it should be within the next couple of days I get it, because I don't have a physical copy and I just want to hold the book in my hands, but I can't, so I'm just gonna have to hold it up on my Kindle. If you did enjoy this video, do give it a thumbs up, and in the comments below put what your favourite book release was in, what month was it? April? Yes, April. I feel like I've got like, for romance it would be Wild and Wrangled was my favourite, and for fantasy it was definitely Watch Me by Tahara Raffi, because I'm just so excited to be back in the Shasmi world. If you haven't already, do subscribe so you can see more videos from me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!